to you guys. I did just want to open with addressing and making comments, of course, on the headline of our cancellation of games this weekend, and just kind of getting it out there and saying, of course, we're disappointed that this hiccup happened, but we were definitely prepared emotionally and mentally for this to happen all fall and winter. Trying to prepare our girls for when and if this happened, just to stay positive and keep our focus on staying positive through it. The biggest part of it is it's COVID, and we knew it could happen. And BSU, our administrators, our trainers have done such a phenomenal job. Our main focus is safety. So following our guidelines, our protocols, BSU's, Northern Suns, and Minnesota Department of Health, it is what it is. And we'll stay focused as much as we can and be prepared for the next time we get to step on the court, which hopefully is next weekend against Moorhead.
What's, I guess, like the timetable for when you guys can get back to practicing and playing then? I mean, obviously the hope is you can play against Moorhead, but do you have like a timetable?
Yep. Hopefully next week we'll get practicing again at some point. And right now it is that we will be set if no other changes occur in the negative sense. We will be playing home against Moorhead next week.
Cool. And then on an non-COVID related question.
Perfect.
Sarah Vold, she returned last weekend for the first time in almost 2 years, and
yeah.
What's it like being able to use her in a game actually, rather than just having her as a cheerleader on the sidelines?
Yeah, well, I've never been too interested in cheerleading, so I definitely would rather have her on the bench and ready to pull at any time. So she saw some big minutes that we expected when she is healthy, and that's exactly what she showed. She was a monster on the boards, and just you could see the confidence came back to her quick, and it's a big game changer for us to have that depth in that position for us, and just all the intangible things she brings was huge for us.
I'll start off with a non-COVID question too. Obviously just kind of talk about, I mean, you guys played this last weekend. Obviously I think you'd be pretty pleased with the split, against Mankato, was picked first in the South, and really could have got, both of those games. Just talk about how great that was for opening seasoning weekend.
Well, I think we showed what in our locker room we knew we were. But my favorite part is always watching film and seeing how many things we didn't do well enough. When you give the ball away that many times, of course, it's easy to fix those mistakes. But playing a team that, has that defensive style, we knew it was coming, but we still could have done a much better job. But we saw a lot of great things on both ends of the court that I'm really excited to build upon. And I think the biggest thing is winning close games is something that is important to this team in our identity of belief and moving forward. So a lot of positive momentum going into our next contests.
And then obviously there's no time that you want to miss games because of COVID, but this really sucks. You guys got some really good momentum going, and then boom, right off the bat, you guys got to get shut down. I'm sure, like you said, you're expecting this, and you guys can control what you guys can control. But how have you been with your team right now? Kind of try to keep them momentum up and keep their kind of them in the good spirits.
Yeah, like I said, we were also training for that. If we didn't prepare our kids for the heartache of hearing we're shut down, then it would have been shame on me. So as much as you prepare, it still hurts. It's still emotional to get shut down, but gosh, we are not the only team it's happened to, or it's going to happen to. And bigger picture, it's just basketball. So we try to put those perspectives, keep those really close to us to make it easier. But then we just said, all right, you have homework this weekend. Moorhead has 2 games. That's our next opponent. So you better be watching film on those and watching those games live, and being prepared for when we can get back and meet. That the opponent at hand, and we're ready to go. We just have more time to prepare for that team.